Welcome to the best post show ever. I've got a Twisted Tea. We will send it over to talking to, yes, Jeremy Martin in a moment. We got another Minnesota native. We found Ryan Dungey, and Ryan learned long ago, you do not roam around the rig at the end of the race or I will grab you.
Yeah.
And we will do interviews. We've been doing this since 2006. Am I right?
Yeah.
2006. What did you see today? What was your takeaway? And I'm going to force you to start with Jeremy because that was awesome.
Yeah, I was impressed. I mean, I was hoping that, it's his hometown track. You know, he's going to... I was questioning the fitness. I was like, is he going to have it?
Yeah.
Based off what we saw the first couple races. But, dude, I knew he's a guy who's going to suffer, and he's going to, unless his heart blows, he's going to go. And he got 2 good starts, and it was pretty cool and kind of gave me goosebumps to see him. It's a nice way to, he's been through a lot, some ups, some downs, some good to bad, but I think that was a great way to just cap off his racing career.
Look, a few guys go out on top. Like, you did come back in 22, but technically you went out on top your full career with a Supercross title. RC wrapped it up with a moto win here. But very few people get to script the ending. You're one of the few that really can say you did that.
No, and I feel very fortunate. Sometimes you always don't get to, make that decision. Sometimes it's forced, but in this scenario, imagine all the laps he's put on this track.
Oh my gosh.
He's watched the pros come here every year. He's dreamt about it. He got to live it out. Got to, finish it here in front of all of his family, his friends, and it was pretty cool. He got off, when he's finished, he dropped the bike, gave his guys a hug. It was pretty special. I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Look, you're a Minnesota guy. You won a lot here, and they went pretty nuts for you, but I don't know. That's probably going to give it a run for the money. Any cheers you got on the podium?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
No, yeah, that would top it, for sure.
Okay. Just on the KTM side, it's always good to see you around. Well, what's the vibe over there? How's that all going? By the way, your brother's working for Chase, which is cool.
Yeah.
How's that all going?
No, it's going. It's a little bit of a rougher day for the, Tom, he fell and hit his head, but and then even AP, just battling some stuff. So got to figure that out. But, for Chase to come back, this is his second race. Yeah. You know how hard it is to jump in the middle of a season with these guys. So he's had his work cut out, but overall he's doing good. And the Lawrence boys are just on the gas. They look good, and they're making it look easy. So
you get to hang out with Gabe, we heard, our old buddy from St. Jude.
Yep.
Probably got to shake a lot of hands with old friends and family when you come up here.
Yeah, no, it was good. Gabe came up. This is his first. He was a St. Jude patient. Yep. This is his first motocross race, so everybody made that happen, which is cool. He got got to meet all of his favorite riders, which was nice.
Yep.
And then obviously being in Minnesota, we spent the whole week. We came here after Redbud. I did.
Oh, great.
The whole family was here. Brought the kids up, Lindsay and everybody, and got to see mom and dad. And Jade and his family flew in as well. So it's just there's 9 cousins now between my brother, all the kids.
Yeah.
So it's busy. It's good.
Big Minnesota weekend for the Dunges, for the Martins, and everybody else. All right, let's talk to Jeremy. Thanks, Dunge.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Thanks, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, first one I had a really good start and just tipped it over, and just worked my way back to second and just couldn't make it back to HJ, but second one was able to make a good start again and then try and just ride with no mistakes and not make that same mistake twice, and we just pulled it off. Hunter was there the entire time. He was riding really well, but no, it was a good moto.
I'm just trying to go fast. It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science. I'm just trying to go faster to catch him. And, I'm frustrated after because I want to win. So I think it's everyone can almost probably imagine in their head what I'm thinking out there because it's not that crazy of a thought. It's just exactly what it is.
Yeah, I didn't really have too high of expectations coming in. For whatever reason, I felt like I was a rookie again at Redbud. I don't know why. I felt super out of place, and I was able to ride pretty well second moto, but I still had a ways to go. And even today, I got a little bit better speed-wise at the beginning, but just like I said, we got a lot of work to do with the bike with myself, and it's just an ongoing battle. But I think next weekend, Washougal, I really like, and from here on out, the tracks I really enjoy. So we'll see. Just try and get better and try and battle with these two. They've been crushing it.
Okay, this probably will be the best post-race show ever because we have the best story ever, which is Jeremy Martin. You get to enjoy a beverage.
Yeah.
I got to get a Twisted Tea in a moment. I'll be over there. Twisted Tea backing our show. Look, man, first I want to start with this. We talk so much about bike setup and training and all these things. You went from can he get top 20? Is he going to get into the top 20 at the first race to a guy that won a moto? So what percentage is just emotion, adrenaline, fans, feelings, mental, emotional. How much is it that?
I mean, it's a lot of everything, right?
Yeah.
Like at this level, it's the top level. So it's professional motocross and supercross, right?
Yeah.
Like these guys are gnarly. There's
Yeah.
a lot of moving parts, a lot of people on these teams, all dedicated to trying to give the rider the best result.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, that's true. But how much of that start is the actual dyno chart horsepower of the bike, and how much is just you probably were in a different mindset than anyone else on that gate, brother?
I think so, and I think obviously it's literally where I grew up. I learned how to ride here.
Okay.
And like there's an advantage, but I'd
Okay.
like to think at this point against a guy like Deegan and those guys,
Yeah.
like come on, like there's definitely an advantage. But you know, I was doing a lot of after Hangtown. I went, came back to Minnesota.
Yeah.
I weed whacked a lot. I had the Millville Hollywood sign. I got like poison oak on my neck, and like it was a shit show. And then I would ride in the afternoon after I was smoked, and on the 450, the KX 450. And then finally after Southwick, I had about 5 days on the bike, and I said, look guys, here's the deal. I'm not polished like I was in my career. I need a start map that's dummy proof.
Okay.
I said I don't have the best. I'm finger banging the clutch.
Okay. This is great.
I need something there. So we came up with a good map. Brad Hoffman crushed it. I had 2 hole shots today. Insane.
I know.
Insane.
But there was a little bike stuff. It was a little bit technical. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I think
all
so.
just adrenaline.
I think so. And
Okay.
then obviously I had more seat time. So like after Hangtown, I was pretty beat up. I took some time off.
Yeah.
And then I got back on the bike. And I think just the seat time alone helped. And then I was able to, we dug up some settings.
Really?
Yep. We may or may not have, I had a shock spring from my championship bike. I even took off last night
Come on.
and rode it.
No. Was that on your bike in the motos?
Yeah.
I can't believe it would even work.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm blown away too. It's a different generation Yamaha, different chassis, but they kind of told me, like, when I came back and I got the gig, they're like, hey, you're going fast, but what's going on with your turns? And I said, I don't know, man. I was just so focused on this technique, trying to stand, do this, do that, because it's the new generation, right?
Oh, you were trying to adapt.
Yeah, and they said, hey, when you were with us, your turns were amazing.
Yep.
Like, let's focus on getting that back.
Okay.
Because when you were you won when you did that.
Yep.
And I said, okay, roger that. And we just slowly chipped away at it. And I think you were able to see that today, and it's a fairy tale day, really.
Oh, yeah. And then, look, we talked about the show. You and your brother, you're trying to run a marathon. You're fit. Yeah. But we all know motocross fitness is different than our fitness. And you had to have been in the podium. No, you were hurting.
Yeah.
You just had to dig deep.
Yeah.
You just had to fight for it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, obviously Joe lost his rear brake.
Yeah.
And he did a wildcat maneuver off the track there, going on to the first turn. And then, I got back into the lead, and I said, all right, this is it, dude. And then I saw Danger Boy Deegan.
Yeah.
I'm like, frick, I'm in the danger zone. I saw 5 laps to go on the board.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, I've been in the hunt now for a long time of lets and laps. And I was like, boy, I will suffer. You know? And he tried to put on a push, and I tried to put on a push, and he's battling for a championship.
Yeah.
He did his job today, but I was like, man, I ain't giving it to you. I don't care if you bag it, you're tired, whatever, you gave it to me. But yeah, I'm just grateful.
That is amazing. Please, this has to be the last race. You'll never top this. Don't get feelings next year. As cool as it would be, don't do it.
No, I mean, this was my last professional race. I mean, I've never done Mammoth.
Yeah, stuff like
I mean,
that.
it'd be kind of fun to do Mammoth, maybe at Vet World Championships.
Yep.
I'll see you guys at SMX. I'll be your VIP
You're back
host.
to VIP.
Yep.
Gosh.
So you guys will see me there.
But you're not racing Millville on this gate.
No, I mean, I want to
Please
learn.
don't.
I want to learn the family business.
Yeah.
It's been 37 years of building this bad boy up, and I'm ready for chapter 2 in life. I'm ready to drink an ultra.
There you go.
And just grow as a person.
It's unforgettable, man. Yeah. Thanks for that. I mean, it's for you, but it's also for all these people and everybody watching, dude. It doesn't get any better, so thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone. I mean, the roar today was insane, and that was a big part of me suffering through it, too. It was a big part of it. I mean, it was, I don't know. You don't really get that at outdoors. The roar. There was a roar.
There was a Supercross level roar.
There was a roar.
All right. Congratulations on a great career. And next year you'll see him here, but won't be quite as fun, probably.
Yeah.
I try to sprint at the beginning because I know if I can get into the lead, maybe I can manage it. And I seen Joe in second. I knew he's gonna charge hard, and I've kind of just been laid up on the couch for literally the whole week. I touched the bike once on Thursday to do some starts, and I was like, it's too much in pain and it's not even worth it. So I was like, I'm gonna give it all I got, but Joe's moving, so we'll see. And we ended up coming to a pretty gnarly battle at the end. It was pretty fun. I was definitely quite out of breath, but it was fun.
Yeah, same week for me. I actually backed down on the riding a little bit. We're getting, Florida's getting hot and not necessarily need to do motos or stuff like that. But yeah, like you said, we had a great battle. I mean, I had a little opening when he went outside. The lapper went inside, so any kind of opening, I think we all have to go in there. But yeah, after I got past, I think he was just a little better, pick up some lines, and the pace increased. So first moto had nothing really in me either on speed. So
okay, that's the show. There's so much to take away from these races. I've said this week after week. If you look at the paper and it shows the same rider winning the 450 class every week and the same rider winning the 250 class just about every week, it seems boring. But the amount of storylines we have compared to a quote-unquote boring season, bro, I was here when Ricky Carmichael was winning everything and James Stewart was winning everything. At the end of the day, you're like, but there's just so much, and that's what's making these races so fun. The Jeremy Martin thing is like the sprinkles, chocolate chips, cherry, icing, whipped cream on top of that sundae. Now that's like 7 layers beyond that, but there's so much to talk about, and that's what makes these races really fun. Jeremy Martin just took it to like another level, but it was a really fun weekend. I wasn't gonna make Dunn sit in this chair. I have too much respect for a very classy champion, but it was Minnesota's day today, and we appreciate what Jeremy Martin did, really for the sport, to make this an unforgettable weekend, even if the same 2 guys that always win, Jet Lawrence and Hayden Deegan, won. That's our show. Thanks to Twisted Tea.